All right, I'm going on the seaplane ride. This guy just walked up to me and asked me if I wanted to go for a seaplane ride. So here we are.
And so this morning it finally gave up. There were a couple of rivets popped out of it.
Yeah.
It gave up while I was standing on it, of course.
That's not cool.
All right, and then the front left is the release for that seat coming at you.
Okay.
There you go. And then this seat is damp, so if you don't want damp, slide over to the right. There you go.
Hi, I'm Victoria, by the way.
I'm Jay.
Hi, Jay. Nice to meet you.
This is how we do.
Who are you cameraing for?
Just myself.
That's awesome.
I'm an aviation nut.
What's that?
Like everyone else here.
I think it was misbehaving, the white camera. Oh, your card was in backwards.
Well, I flipped it around and it still didn't work, so.
We're good.
This one's fine, Paul. Thanks.
See ya.
Have you ever fallen in while pushing out?
Yes, I have. When I first was getting my ticket,
That's funny.
I made a bridge of myself, and that was entertaining.
I love it.
Made a bridge of yourself.
Unintentionally.
On camera.
No, unfortunately. But I did get to fly with my pants off next to my instructor, who honestly was a little more handsy than I would have preferred.
Was she cute?
No. He is in his 60s and just awkward enough that you're like, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I know I don't like it.
Right.
Thank you.
Is there a headset back here?
There is not. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
I figured we'd go to the Potapalooza party again and see if we won a headset this year too.
There you go.
Don't tell my insurance broker, but I usually don't put these on. But they are brand new on the plane. I wonder if I could get a discount for having. What's that?
Takeoff and landing?
When you're on the ground, when you're on the water, nothing. You got a seatbelt on?
I do.
All right. .424.
I have my seatbelt on because I care about your insurance company.
You can have that headset, or you can pass it back to Victoria.
You want it? You asked about it, so
There you go.
there you go.
All right, scoot your seat forward.
Me?
Yes.
CG issues?
Just gets it off the water a little easier if,
I gotcha.
you know.
Yeah.
And I'm leaning to
Is that your rudders?
There you go. Yep, water rudders. All right, so fuel flow checklist. There we go. It's a cable on my foot. Fuel on both, make sure itch master on, mags both, primary in and locked. A little bit more right rudder, guys. There we go. All right. Carb heat cold, area clear, rudders up, stick way back. Did I tell you I came to the seaplane base the first year with 15 hours and left with 30?
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
And now I'm over 100, so.
That's amazing.
All right, you can go ahead and kick your seat back, take your seat belts off, headsets, the whole thing.
You guys know each other?
Yep.
Not at all.
Sorry,
I was
Tori.
gonna say, you kind of talk like you do. That was awesome.
He's my big brother.
Oh, really?
From another mother.
Ah.
Don't fall in.
That's a pretty good parking job.
Terrible by my standards, but it'll work.
Hey, you had me row in last time, so.
Right? Wasn't that fun?
I cannot
It's
get
on a
out.
float rowing.
Because my... Isn't there
Damn,
supposed to be
that's
somebody on the pier grabbing us?
Sometimes, but you're in self-arrest. If you can reach down and left of you, there's a brass handle. You can pull that brass handle, that's the water rudders. Pull it up, there's a hook for it on the dash. There you go. And you guys are good to go.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep, I gotta figure out that headset cord. That's a menace. All right, I'm gonna walk the plane back. Tori, go ahead and hop out. Oh, sorry, I think you kicked the seat forward.
Okay.
You're a small person, so.
Thank you.
Shoes wet.
Nope.
Oh, they're just glossy.
Oh, they've got sparkle.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you for the ride.
All right. Do you
Happy
want,
to help.
Do you want me to bring up to you?
One big guy or two small people? This guy's medium size and you're small.
Why wouldn't that work? Because I flipped the memory card around because I thought that was what the issue was, and then it still didn't work.
I looked at the, well,
So-
I'm assuming it worked. When I looked at the, does it work?
It's recording.
Nice.
No, there's no reservation, or they just don't want to ask us.
I'm recording a quick picture of you.
Good.
It's recording, but it wouldn't work when I went out there.
This aircraft is much more capable than most of So the group Express is actually doing what's called unmanned aircraft systems traffic management. And what they're looking at is everything below 500.
My previous job, I spent 2 months
into the Martian atmosphere right now. This is a separate NASA project. We did this with large UAS, and now we're going to be moving on to phase 2, which is a smaller unit. It's about 500 pounds. Since they're smaller, we need to focus on the size, weight, and power. And figure out how we're going to
These were the digital. Now this one there is what we call the UTM. That's going to be
That was like NASA is kind of phasing on the station.
Base, which is nestling in Hampton, Virginia. We're 100 years old last year. Yeah, they're both rolled up right there.
How late are you guys here each day?
5 o'clock.
Okay, I'll
Shut the doors at 5.
probably come at the tail end of the day,
Okay, that's
so I don't destroy this walking around with it all day.
I understand.
That's awesome.
No, we only have one more box of these posters, so
When do you think they'll be gone? Today or?
at this rate, I think
2 boxes already.
yeah, I think it might be, but we could stash one back here maybe and come back by.
You don't need to bother with that, but I appreciate that.
Is there a sticker in there
Oh
as
yes,
well?
no, there's not a sticker.
That's for my laptop, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take one, just in case you may not have
Oh,
them
a
later.
poster? Okay.
Yeah, the whole ball of wax.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'll grab one later. Thank you.
All right, there's bags right over there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the GL10, the Grease Lightning. So that's a vertical takeoff and landing distributed electric motor mock-up model that we did. That's a forerunner to the X57 that you saw up front. So the X57.
I didn't see it. I know you guys did or are doing a forum on it.
Right.
Did you already do that?
Several. I'd have to check the schedule.
Okay.
We have several talks about that.
Right. I saw that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's today, you said?
I believe there's a talk today, but you'd have to check the schedule right here.
Okay. Okay. I'll check it for sure.
I don't have it in front of me. I don't want to
Okay.
say the wrong thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's a schedule right on that screen too.
And you said this is the forerunner to the X57.
Forerunner, the Grease Lightning. So the lead researcher also, his name is Bill Fredericks. He's with the Advanced Aircraft Company. He split off and is creating his own company. He's right next door in the Innovation Showcase if you really wanted to dive into it. But the GL10, that was vertical takeoff and landing, and we were really showcasing distributed electric propulsion. So that was a 10-foot wingspan model, and it was a half scale for the final X57. But this actually took off with being a drone design as well, which wasn't really quite the intent originally. So that's where Bill went off and did his own work.
So the X57 is similar to this, roughly.
Yes, we were testing the distributed electric. Can we do it? Can it rotate? But really so it's a little bit different design. The distributed electric
that part's
information
similar.
we gathered off this went into the X57.
Okay.
If I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks.
That's a fixed wing, air taxi.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
This is more drone looking.
So aerodynamically and things like that, the X57 is quite a bit different.
It's quite a bit different, yes. But that
systems are similar. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
not that easy, is it? Oh, it went back. Just keep going a little bit further. There you go. Yep, remember, go past it.
That's all I have.
One more piece. You did it. Big button's gonna launch it. Away you go.
He's built a rocket. Yeah. Look at it right there.
That's pretty sweet. CSLS.
You think it's gonna fly?
We're going to Mars.
Oh, that's where they put it on the big crawler and move it from.
We were down there, the crawler was going past us.
That's awesome. That thing. Cool. Thanks.
Yep, thanks for coming.
Can you hold this for the moment?
Yeah.
And actually, I'll take my own stuff if you don't mind carrying this until you leave, and then I'll take it. Actually, and if we can get me a bag, that'd be awesome. And then I'll carry it after that for me. Seriously? A good book? Good book or a book I don't care about? Okay, I probably care about it.
It's like, this is like rainbow.
Oh, you can pick one of 6?
I've been trying to posters. I got one. Wait, are they both in one? I
Who are you waving to? No. He was waving down to Earth?
Yeah, I think so.
From a couple hundred miles up?
Okay, over here.
Thank you.
So we're following with ELT script as well as the personal navigator. This is ELD, so it's like a hiker, hunter, snowmobilers. We have a lot of those distressed.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna kill this. You're getting a workout, aren't you?
That's what I'm here for.
So NASA is just giving away like a half dozen different books. As many as you want, you can grab one.
jet engine as it's operating. So there's actually kind of a neat video of some glaze ice forming and some rime ice forming. This is sped up, obviously, but is done at our icing research tunnel.
Although in a real flying, you can acquire ice really, really fast, right?
You can. It just depends on the intensity of the water, how much water is out there, and particle size. So it's you got to monitor very, very often. That was I don't know if you saw that. This is an example of that de-icing boot that can actually inflate the leading edge slightly, and the ice breaks off and sheds off the aircraft. This is from our Twin Otter research airplane. That was an instrument to measure the particle size. And here's another video, about 8 times I think real speed. It didn't play. I'll fix it in a second.
Was that last wing actually the wing that carries that aircraft, or was it just attached to a real plane, to a larger plane?
So the 2 videos ago was actually from this research airplane here, which is designed to go into icing conditions.
So you actually are flying that actual wing that you allow ice to build up on.
Right.
All right.
And we want to monitor and see how much the performance changes.
Yeah.
On the aircraft. Of course, it's done in a very safe fashion. I mean, it's over a long period of time. The pilots kind of got themselves into icing and kind of did a very, what we call a build-up approach to understand the safety limitations of the aircraft. Now, what a lot of us, like I'm a researcher in the icing research tunnel, what we do is, like, we have a wing like this. We want to be able to document the ice shapes that happen under different conditions. And then we do that, like the old technology was to actually take the part of the leading edge of the ice off while it's still cold, put it in a box, and then pour a wax material that would create a mold, and we can create a casting of the ice. Nowadays, we can actually do this with a laser scanner. We have a new technology. You can see them, they actually paint the ice so that it gets proper reflectivity.
Okay.
And then they bring in a laser scanner, and we can create a 3D representation of this ice shape, and we can then 3D print a nice shape. We can scale it, and we'll take this and attach this to a wing and put it into a wind tunnel and see how much the lift and drag have been affected by that. You can see the laser scanner is creating that ice shape there.
Yeah.
The technology is quite amazing nowadays. What you can do.
Yeah. So it'd be difficult or dangerous to simply do all of that with a flying aircraft.
That's right.
This is much easier and safer and lets you research it more thoroughly.
Right, but you have to do both, really. The wind tunnels can reproduce most of the icing conditions, but not all. Mother Nature has ways to produce things that are very difficult to replicate on the ground.
Okay.
So it's a combination approach. You do a lot of work here, preliminary work. Let's say you have a brand new de-icing system. You would bring it to the icing research tunnel, and you can test out how it works. Even before you do
it in the air.
Exactly.
All right.
So, in fact, the icing research tunnel is the busiest wind tunnel at NASA Glenn. It's both commercial and government folks use it. Icing is still such it's an issue today. And,
right. People die from it.
That's right. And it's important to, when you certify something, you need some place to be able to go and test those technologies out. Do a lot of computational analysis too, develop the tools that help industry analyze their aircraft. This is actually an interesting video, or a picture rather, of a concept aircraft, and we were able to analyze it. And these regions here, this says beta, that kind of tells you where the highest concentrations of water impingement are as the airplane's flying through a cloud. And then you know to focus that this is the most likely areas where icing is going to form. Look at the leading edge of the wing. This is actually the engine nacelles in the back here.
Okay, yeah.
So when you put an aircraft concept together, you have to think about what will happen when icing forms on the aircraft. And that's in the past, and even today, I think it's the biggest cost to certify an airplane. Is the ice protection. You make sure it's safe.
For a plane that's built for flight in the known icing.
That's right. A lot of ideas that work great until you put it into the clouds, and then all of a sudden you got ice forming, and then
you can't get rid of it.
Right, can't get rid of it. Or even like when it sheds. Like for example, this design, if you want to make sure that ice, if it's on the nose and it's shed, it doesn't get ingested into the engine.
Okay. So you want it to shed in a direction that you know where it's going to go.
Exactly. So it won't damage it. So
Is there anything, I'm familiar with the pneumatic boots, heated elements,
That's right.
and then Mooney, I think, like uses laser to drill microscopic holes to emit fluid like antifreeze.
Right.
Is there anything else besides those?
Those cover pretty much the gambit of technology today. There's a lot of research being done on what are called ice-phobic materials. If a material can
just won't stick.
Won't stick to it. But that's still there's nothing that I'm aware of that's been very successful.
Boy, that'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just have a plane with enough ice doesn't stick to.
Yep. So that would be the ultimate solution. But so commercial companies are working mostly that. There's some work and effort at NASA to look at that. But we're also interested in like the methodologies to how to evaluate it. It's actually quite challenging. Like you would measure like adhesion strength or durability of these materials, and there has to be ways to quantify what's is material A better than material B. It's actually quite difficult to do that. Ice shedding, for example, gives you very non-repeatable results. So you make one type of ice, you do it again, and it doesn't quite shed the same way.
Right. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. No problem.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too.
System level, we got systems issues as well. So my job as a system guy, I've been involved in this for the last
'Cause So I just practiced my Spanish for like 10 minutes with a couple guys from Chile. That was fun. I am inside one of the buildings which has air conditioning, and that's why I'm in it, because it is freaking hot. Insanely hot outside. I think the humidity is part of it. Much more humid than Tacoma, and it's just, when there's a cloud and there's some breeze, it's not bad, but when there's no cloud, it's pretty miserable. So I'm inside where there's a little bit of air conditioning, and I bought one of those, and I'm going to eat the whole thing, and it's going to be super awesome. Actually, I'm sitting on a nice leather sofa right next to the Terrafugia flying car. Leather sofa, flying car. And I'm just going to sit here and eat this ice lemon and cool off and relax. And then I'll head back out in a few minutes. All right, so I just watched a KC-10 and a C-5 land, and the KC-10 taxied up pretty close to where I am, nice and loud, and then the tug's been pushing it back here. It's probably taken about 10 minutes. They're going pretty easy. And the C-5 is sitting out there where it stopped because the KC-10 was in the way. So I don't know if they're gonna taxi in themselves or the tug's just gonna bring them in. But the nose is up and the ramps, they're fiddling with the ramps there. So these are some pretty sweet machines.